That's a flat pie.
If you just have a hot dog by itself, then it's just lunch. It's only dinner if you also have like
Two
some
hot
other,
dogs.
like.
Surely the lunch dinner thing is just time that you eat it. You can have whatever you want. You can have cereal for dinner.
Yeah, dinner.
No,
dinner.
oh God, that's even worse than sandwiches.
What about like the salad?
I don't trust anyone who has cereal for dinner. I don't trust you.
Welcome back for the 100th, the century episode of Would John Rather. Can you guess what the format will be this week? No, you can't, because we haven't stuck to a format for a while. Nathan's back. Both the Johns are here. It's a miracle.
Is chaos a format?
Yes.
I thought chaos was just format.
Only when we record without you.
Ah, okay. No, that was the intro. That was the whole intro to the 100th episode.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
came.
entire episode.
That's okay. No, I came up with a format. It was suggested by the rest of the group that we try and get my mother on to ask questions, and her exact answer was, "No, I'm not brave enough." I said, "What do you mean you're not brave enough?" She said, "I don't want to say something I'll regret, like you all do all the time." So, I mean,
100 times.
100 times. So that's a fair enough episode. Fair enough reason. Not a fair enough episode. This will be a fair enough episode. We're going to all ask a question with 3 answers, go round robin, and just tally up, see who's the best. I know Nathan's not been here for every episode, but neither have we. So why not? And we'll also be taking a little trip down memory lane as well. So, brother, because, you know, you started this podcast, you said you should go first.
Yeah. I wanted to ask a slightly different 3-way question in the respect that you're going to pick your own answers and then argue them. So
that's what normally happens.
Yeah, but I'm not giving you the options. You're going to pick your options and then argue them, and I'll pick the winner.
You mean so it's not a would you rather question? You're starting the 100th episode of a would you rather podcast without the actual format.
It is. I want to know your favourite craze. So would you rather, and then you can give me your 3 options, and there you go. You've picked your favourite, and it's would you rather have those crazes.
Oh, so it's like, you know, you go to Burger King and you order your burger and that's it, and that would be would you rather. You've taken the Subway approach of, no, you fucking make your mind up, and we'll do it for you. Oh, okay.
Then there's no, like, what you do where you go, oh, I thought it was fucking seagull. No, you can pick seagull now if you want, but that's never been a craze.
Okay, fair enough. I'll do the... Welcome back to the very first episode of What Do You Want?
Okay.
Just go with it, Nate, because when you come with your own sections, like I should have known, and you get a lot of stick for it, you just got to ride it out.
No,
just keep pissing in the wind.
I've got an answer. My favourite craze are Ronnie and Reggie.
Mine is crayfish.
I mean, I said craze.
Yeah, but they're being clever with it. Mine was pogs.
Oh,
Right,
fuck.
so
Pogs. Yeah. Shit.
Argue away. So who's got crayfish?
That's myself.
Right then. Why would you rather crayfish?
Can I just argue one second, sorry, before we go on to this amazing bit?
No, you may not.
No, I really liked the I should have known segment, other than the fact that 3 weeks in a row it was just you eating Christmas chocolate. If it was genuinely I'm going to make a noise and we have to guess, I was 100% up for it, as you can tell by my excitement when you brought it up, and then it was just you making us guess what selection boxes you got for Christmas. So fuck you. It's your own fault.
I think you're just angry because I thought of a way of eating chocolate during the podcast and somehow still got away with it.
No, because I regularly eat chocolate during... I don't.
Ah, exactly. Anyway, crayfish. They're like tiny freshwater lobsters. And we all know lobsters live forever and are invincible.
They're not invincible.
And they don't live forever.
They do live forever.
No, they don't. They don't age, but they don't live forever.
Well, yes, they catch diseases and die. That's sad. That's a part of life.
They also get boiled alive for delicious snacks.
So, just to confirm, crayfish...
Nathan is partial, but he's boiling my suggestion.
Crayfish are small, kind of like lobsters, and that's where your argument is finished.
No, it's not. It's where you two have decided to wade in and tag team me, like the fucking Dudley brothers.
Or wade in to the river and steal them from their natural habitat and kill them because they're not immortal.
I've got 2 points on that.
Much like
about-
two claws on a crayfish.
Yeah, like 2 claws, 2 pincers.
We'll
One,
just put elastic bands around both your points then.
yeah.
So,
If I put a tight plastic band around your neck, that'd incapacitate you. Just saying.
Try it.
so the best craze are obviously Roger
The ones
and
that got
Rennie.
put in prison.
Yeah, I mean they're the best. They're definitely the best known. They're
They weren't gnomes.
No.
no. Also, there's a film that has them in, and both of them are played by Tom Hardy. And Tom Hardy's obviously the best actor that's ever lived.
Because he can be in 2 places at once.
Yeah.
He was in a really bad film about wrestling with him from The American Office, whose name is escaping me, and Channing Tatum. And it was an awful wrestling film.
That's because it was about MMA.
No, it wasn't about MMA. It was about like high school wrestling.
Oh, I'll take that back.
I was going to say, because he was in an MMA one with, was it Joel Edgerton?
I think it
No.
was.
Is that the right person?
He plays the Jewish gangster in
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
I
And
would
that's
have
good as well.
said his best role was what's the one where he gets his throat slit? Spoilers. Sorry, I should have said that first.
Lawless.
Lawless. That's
is
an
incredible.
amazing film.
Genuinely, one of the best actors. So that's why he is better than Crayfish.
You're basically forming an argument that Tom Hardy played the craze, so therefore crayfish are like lobsters. So you're saying that lobsters win, not the actual subject that you are defending.
I'd like to apologise for my next bit. I want to talk about pogs. For our younger listeners, you wouldn't know about pogs. I was born with them, moulded by them. Before you were a man, I don't know the quote, I've only seen that film once, but you get the gist. Tom Hardy was Bane,
Yeah,
which wasn't even the second best Batman film.
no, but there are a lot of good Batman films.
There are. What's your favourite Batman film?
The one with Adam West from 1969.
No, that was a TV show with his shark repellent bat spray.
No, they had a feature-length one, and it was a film, and it had shark repellent back spray. And I was listening to someone who was a lot more informed about Batman than I was, and he said the Adam West one is the best because he shows that he is prepared for every eventuality. He's thought his way out of all the possible solutions and problems that he could encounter. So that's why he has shark repellent back spray when it's hanging onto his leg in the helicopter. The Batcopter.
But the best bit from any Batman film I remember, which, brother, you'll remember because I think it was the 1 or 2 Batman films we had growing up, but it's the bit, I can't remember if it's Robin or Batman, but he kisses Poison Ivy and she like looks at him and he goes, rubber lips. And it still haunts me to this day, like the fact that he went, okay, I'm going to fight this woman, she's attractive in a leotard, but I know she's poisonous. I'm still going to fucking kiss her. So what can I do to alleviate the poison? I know.
Yep.
That is amazing forward thinking. But we're not talking about Batman. We're talking about Pogs. Now, there's
Why are we
one
talking about Pogs?
because that's my craze. I've taken it a lot
Pogs
more.
have been gone, mate. I'm afraid they have seen their day, whereas crayfish will last forever.
No, but we've already been over this. They're not going to fucking last forever.
There's a fucking bit of card.
No, but that's
And
the thing.
The question was, which craze do you want? So you're just now that's the craze, and that's staying. It's just staying forever.
Oh,
so you've
perfect.
kind of wasted your superpower here, John, because you picked something that you claim is immortal to be immortal.
I also want them in a capacity where I could catch them and I could offer them up to fine dining restaurants. And because if you put the phrase, "Would you like a langoustine?" people go, "Oh, that's French. That's like posh, tiny Scottish lobsters," and then people pay over the odds. So I would like to be a langoustine farmer and make my millions that way.
And Ronnie and Reggie used to hang out with Frank Sinatra, as far as I remember, and he's one of my favourite singers.
And he's a keen enthusiast of langoustines.
Right, back to Pogs. Pogs. What was the best thing about Pogs? Other than the gambling, the best thing about Pogs was being able to take out your child angst with a slammer. Like, just think of the name. You got metal and plastic slammers. I'm quite sure I remember there was the rule amongst kids of, oh no, metal slammers, not allowed metal slammers in this game. Now, just think of the game. Let's fast forward it. I'm now 31. What age do you think I would more appreciate Pogs? Back then or now? If I could just go and chill out with my bros and take out all of my anger and angst on a pile of cards, where I can go to the shop and pay £1 and get 6 new ones, because it escalated, didn't it? Because you used to be able to get marbles and you'd get 50 marbles for like 50p. And then it was Pogs, and you get 6 new Pogs with a slammer for £1. Then it was Pokemon cards, and it was £2.50, and you'd get 11, but you needed 60 of them to actually play the game properly. Football stickers, where it was like £4 for a packet, and you were never going to collect them all. Pogs was the peak. It was the peak of collector's items. It was the peak of gambling. It was the peak of taking out your anger. If I could just get together with you all now, and we could just take out all of the day's stress while having a game, having a gamble. There's stakes. It's fun. Stakes as in there's stakes because we're gambling. Don't get excited. Not medium rare. But imagine if we could have stakes instead of Pogs, but steak Pogs. And we all put our stakes in the middle, and then we hit them with a big metal hammer. And if they flip over, they're your stake. I'm quite sure you'd get very good at Pogs very soon.
Am I right in thinking, or remembering correctly, that you used to be able to get Pogs out of crisp packets?
No, they were Tazos.
You could get Pogs out of crisp packets. They used to have them. I think it was more because you'd get like one Pog, and they were collectible ones. Because the Pog mascot was like some hairy, like Captain Caveman type thing. But you used to get Tazos, and they did the Star Wars ones and the Looney Tunes ones that had like divots in the side that you could connect together.
Yeah. See, what I would have liked is just having surprises in your snacks. Bring that craze back.
Back when you used to be able to find a £20 note in the crisp packets, you'd go to the shop and just feel the crisp packets, and you'd either win a free packet of crisps or a £20 note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, it's probably the health and safety rules for stupid people that don't look while they're eating and have been like shitting out £20 notes, which at the moment would probably be quite good because of the toilet roll shortage. It would just wipe as you go.
Yeah, exactly.
The new ones are now plastic. You know, that's not cleaning anything off, is it?
So you could wash it afterwards.
Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat.
It's got no purchase. It's just a smear.
But to be fair, that's all toilet roll does anyway.
Yeah, people judge me when I say that there was plenty of times at uni, and I don't mean occasional, I mean plenty, where I'd ran out of toilet roll, and I went for a poo, and I went, oh no, poo shower. Get in the shower. How clean does your bum really get with toilet roll?
Depends if you sit down or stand up.
Why are you trying to go for a shit standing up?
No wipe.
I mean, are we going to have this conversation now?
No, we're not.
I stand up.
That's not a good way.
Well, I don't want to dip my hand into a toilet. I'm just shitting.
No.
How far do you stick your bum into the toilet?
All the way.
Wow.
So instead of wiping, just flush.
True.
I know the real reason why. If he does that, his testicles are going to go down the toilet as well.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'd just be stuck in the toilet.
Oh, imagine calling the plumber for that.
I
don't think the plumber's the first person I'd call.
A witch doctor?
I don't think the fire service would come out and help you.
If your testicles were stuck in a drain, would you call a plumber, or would you call like a doctor or a loved one?
Probably a plumber, because I don't think a doctor or a loved one would ever look at me the same way again. If I have a problem with the drains, I just call a different plumber next time.
Well, you wouldn't need to, John, because you just get out your crayfish and just snip, sorted.
Oh.
Flush again.
Yeah, could do. Anyway, if I had a crayfish, bringing the craze of crayfish back into popular culture, I would definitely call it Dr. Zoidberg.
I miss going into, I think in Huntingdon it was called Thingamybobs, or there was also a shop where Cromwell's now is, and you used to get those like 1.5 meter long tubes with plugs at either end that you could keep your pogs in.
I'm so committed to the Cray twins that I moved to the East End of London, where their hideout, their territory,
Well,
used to be.
the Cray twins performed illegal activities. Crayfish, I can't remember the exact details, but they were introduced to the English waters and killed off another animal, which is why
That's
they're
the
now
American
overpopulated.
crayfish, which are in fact, the Environmental Society will give you a crayfishing license for free, so you can trap and eat or just trap and get rid of the American crayfish.
Exactly, so crayfish are bad, whereas pogs,
Only certain
joy,
crayfish are bad.
just joy to the children all over the planet.
Pogs are made of trees,
so,
made of card.
and
You've got
as you said
kill
in
the
a
environment to
previous
make pogs.
episode, we get a lot more oxygen from algae than we do from trees. So what do we need trees for? And actually, nowadays we're making money out of plastic. Tazos were made from plastic, so why can't we make pogs from plastic? This is 2020. We're bringing
Because
back
sea
the
turtles
pog.
eat the pogs and they'll die.
No, but they're not single-use plastics because pogs are back to stay, so we're going to have them forever.
Only if you win the argument.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll find out, brother, who's won the argument.
Pogs win.
Oh!
I love this question because I loved how you were arguing against things that had no relevance to each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happens when you don't dictate the answers.
Shit, is Nathan going to go off and make his own podcast with blackjack and hookers?
Sounds too difficult. I think you should just forget the blackjack and the hookers.
So you just want me in a room talking to myself. But being recorded this time, right, I get you.
Okay, let's take a trip down memory lane then, in honour of episode 100. I'm literally just picking these semi at random. Episode 54, Mr. Efficiency. This week, we asked what you do with an extra room in your house. Do you like feeling soggy? And can a fruit be a pet? So, obviously, Nathan's not been here for every episode, but he's listened to every episode. These guys have recorded every episode. What were we talking about?
I believe that John is Mr. Efficiency.
Without looking at
said that.
without looking at the spreadsheet.
I really believe that John said that he was efficient, and then you and I dubbed him Mr. Efficiency.
Yeah, that does ring a bell. What was the bit with the fruit being a pet? I'm sure I remember I picked a fruit to be a pet over something that's normal.
Is this not the Mr. Cantaloupe saga?
I thought Matt would have referenced him by name.
Dr. Cantaloupe. Yeah, that does ring a bell. I do remember the bit at the beginning, what you do with an extra room in your house. So didn't one of us have a secret bar behind a bookcase and one of us had a swimming pool in our basement?
That is an episode that happened. Whether it was episode 55, I have no idea.
Wait, we're talking about episode 54.
Oh, 54.
Come on, John. Professionalism here, please.
I'm sure
Happy to...
Go on.
So John's just happy to be recording episode 104 tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure that was the first question about having secret rooms because I was arguing against having a swimming pool in my basement because John, I'm sure John, you were the one that was asking, and John wanted to have a pool in his basement because it would be fun for all the kids in the neighbourhood, and I was going, what sort of man are you to just be inviting children around going, come on kids, I've got a pool in my basement. That really rings a bell.
Yeah, I think I remember listening to that, and are you sure it was John that said he had a pool in his basement and he wanted to invite children round?
Yeah, because I'm sure
Very much sounds more like something you would have said.
If it was something that I had to pick or had picked, then I definitely remember saying that sentence, so I definitely called myself out on it if it was me. I called someone out on it, and I don't remember if it was me or someone else.
I have a feeling I phrased it really badly.
Yeah, so...
Because I think I chose pool in the basement because I knew that Alec liked swimming. So he could invite his friends over, and you were like, Not painting me in the best of lights again.
No. Oh, well.
Never mind.
I think that's all we're going to remember from that, but go give it a listen. Let us know. Give us some feedback. You know the drill. iTunes, Facebook group, YouTube. What else have we got? Patreon.
The streets.
No,
There's enough people in London that could walk around and find John.
Yeah, just find John. Wait, do you happen to know his new address? And we could just say it on the podcast.
A flat.
He's living in
It's
the
a flat
Craze
in the
house
east end
now,
of
isn't he?
London.
He lives in a flat in the east end of London.
Yeah.
Okay. We could just say online his number. His number is... No, I wouldn't do that. Yet.
Isn't it like flat 14 or something?
Flat 14 in the east end of London. There we go, folks. Let him know. I'm really looking forward to 2 weeks from now where we get messages from John just saying, there's a load of people outside my flat just shouting, don't
Holding
put a
big
pool in
signs.
your basement. We agree with Matt's mum. John sucks.
Someone's marked our spreadsheet that Mr. Efficiency is episode 55.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, seeing as you're cheating...
I'm not, but I have to write down the questions, otherwise we won't have a spreadsheet.
Okay, so we'll do it this way. So then when we finish discussing, then let us know. So what were the questions on that episode?
Well, I don't even know which one it is, because you said it was episode 54.
It was definitely episode 54.
Well, this says it was episode 55, but I didn't write the titles.
Ah.
I half-asked it at the end of last recording, if I'm honest.
We'll find the one with the rooms with the swimming pool and the bar behind the library, because that was definitely it.
Okay. Spreadsheet says that one's called Llama Farmer Drama. But
Llama
I don't
Farmer,
know.
Llama Farmer Drama was episode 55.
Interesting. I think they might be the wrong way round then. Well, episode 54, we asked cantaloupe for a pet or iguana for a pet. A
Yeah.
house with a secret room behind a bookcase or a swimming pool, or always be able to win rock, paper, scissors, or be a better tennis player than Tim Henman in his prime.
Okay, that makes sense.
Always win at rock, paper, scissors, one, right?
Who knows? We don't keep a record of that.
We should do.
Anyway, question 2. Would you rather, and this was inspired by a conversation earlier, would you rather get ants at a picnic, have an itchy tag on the chest of a t-shirt you're wearing, or draw a blank on a question you know the answer to?
Can you say that again?
Would you rather get ants at your picnic,
Ants at a picnic.
have an itchy tag on the chest of the shirt that you're wearing, or draw a blank on a question that you know the answer to?
Ants at a picnic.
Why have you got a tag on the chest of your shirt? Why would it not be on the back on the collar?
No. You know those t-shirts that have got the sewn emblems on that come out on the other side and irritate your nipple?
Yes, but I've never owned one, so I'll go with drawing a blank.
Okay.
So I'd rather have an itchy tag on my t-shirt,
Fair enough.
because I really love that, because it means I can take my t-shirt off and show off my bicep.
Inflamed nipple.
All three
His
of them.
nipple rash.
Yeah. Who doesn't want to see my nipple rash?
I don't.
Well,
And
what?
this is why we don't provide video for our YouTube episodes.
We'll just let your imagination do the work, listeners. I apologise in advance.
Just close your eyes. Now, imagine an EastEnders nipple. Now imagine 3 of them. Now imagine them red. And you're there.
And
Some of them more than others by the sounds of things.
I'm dying. I don't. I think I've got coronavirus.
We've discussed that enough. Although I did first-hand experience, I haven't been to a supermarket in ages, and we went to Asda to do our food shop yesterday, and not only was there 0 toilet roll, and I mean 0 toilet roll, but also we then walked down the pasta aisle. Lauren wanted to make spag bowl. Luckily, we've got spaghetti at home because I stock up on shit like that. But there was no pasta, to which Lauren got in the angriest mood I've seen her in a long time. She was like, "But rice is more fucking filling. Why haven't they bought rice?" It was incredible. And I was just enjoying her anger.
Why are people stockpiling?
End of the world,
I
mate.
don't.
Lauren kept calling it the siege, and I kept correcting her. And then eventually I went, why the fuck do you keep calling it a siege? And she went, well, because we're on the defence from germs. And I then went, shit, now I have to apologise, because this is one of the first times I've been wrong with her in a long time. But she's not wrong. It is a siege. It's a siege of germs. We're on the defensive.
I'm not.
Well, you are. Everyone is.
I embrace our new coronavirus overlords.
I do. The funny thing was, we were arguing about it when we walked in, and she got annoyed with me because I said, at the end of the day, it's a win-win situation. She went, what do you mean? I said, either I'm right and no one's going to be talking about this stupid virus in a month, or B, I get to live through an apocalypse. And she went, that's ridiculous. And I went, no, I'd love to live through an apocalypse. I said, and if I die, good. I said, the world's fucking overpopulated as it is, and that's a sacrifice I'll make. She did not agree with me until we saw how little pasta and toilet paper there was. She agreed with me that we needed a coal. It was a full-on 180 flip, and I loved every second of it.
But the problem is, if this is genuine, the stupid people that have gone out to get it no longer are the stupid people.
Well, they are, because they're buying all the hand sanitizer and toilet roll. I mean, I don't understand the toilet roll bit, but they're buying all the hand sanitizer so nobody can get hand sanitizer. So it's all right being the most sanitized person in the world, but if everybody's got a virus apart from you, doesn't matter what you do, at some point you're going to get it.
I stockpiled toilet roll before it was cool.
Yeah, I do. I use it as a pillow at Download Festival.
I've got a box of 40 toilet rolls, but I bought it before the stockpiling began, so I feel kind of nervous owning up to it because
everyone knows where you live now.
Well, no, because everybody
doesn't
thinks
want
that
to
all
be
the
labelled
people...
up as the East End hipster. I did it before it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, everybody is calling people who are stockpiling toilet roll like morons because it's pointless. But I just do it for the economic efficiency. I order them online.
You order toilet roll online?
It's cheaper to buy in bulk.
Yeah,
I'm
it
going to have
is,
to go
but...
into stores and speak to real human beings.
Yeah, but I also don't have a car, so I can't put... It's really
toilet
awkward
roll's not
carrying...
heavy.
No, but it's
Yeah,
bulky.
no, I do want to see him on the tube with 40 toilet rolls in a box.
That has got to be the music video when you eventually record your rap single. It's just you riding from Townsend to Mild Green or whatever some of the stops are called near where you live. I don't really know, but just you from buying the toilet roll to getting home. That needs to be like a 3.5 minute music video.
Also, there's no plastic packaging on it. It's all wrapped individually in paper.
The toilet roll is wrapped in toilet roll.
Yeah. Not toilet roll. Paper.
Anyway, should we get back to the question?
What was the question?
Ants at a picnic. Itchy nipple, which was you, and forgetting the answer to a question you know the answer to.
Yeah, I picked ants at a picnic because ants are amazing, and I don't have a picnic all that often, but when I do, there's normally ants there anyway.
I mean, like ants at a picnic that have ruined your picnic. You've got ants in your sandwiches, ants in your pants. Ant and deck.
It's fine because you can eat them.
Yeah, it's extra protein, isn't it?
9-volt battery.
Yeah,
Just for the listeners,
I'm
in case we've not explained it before, we were once all drunk at a house party. We all ate an ant. We said it tasted a bit like licking a 9-volt battery. We told John about this at school. He felt left out, so we went home and ate an ant alone. That's the kind of person that John is.
Which resulted in some bad diarrhea, which is now why he stockpiles toilet roll.
You never know.
Anyway, sorry, brother. I felt like that needed explaining. Otherwise, it was just going to completely bewilder all the listeners.
You should have left it. That may have been the thing that prompted them to get in touch.
No. We can't just let John say things without explaining or someone else explaining for him, because he still to this day doesn't know why he said the word lettuce when we were all drinking together in the middle of a conversation. He doesn't remember. We don't know why he said it. It has bothered us for, 14 years, 13 years now?
Probably longer.
So no, I vowed never to let that happen again.
Yeah, I don't really see any real negatives of having ants all over your picnic. A picnic is better with the more people you have at it. And why not include ants as well? It's all about inclusion. So yeah, there's no real downside. I don't find ants that annoying. I find them really fascinating to watch.
When you say having more people at the picnic, that's normally because with a picnic comes things like rounders, and there's nothing worse than going for a picnic with 5 people and someone goes, let's play rounders, and you're like, oh, with 5 people, really? Guess who's fielding? Guess it's fucking me. So I don't really think they're people, although if you train the ants enough, they'd be amazing fielders.
You could get them to like stack up onto each other, a bit like an Ultimate Power Ranger where they all join together. Yeah, I'm not including red ants if I don't want to be bitten, because they are annoying. So we're not including red ants, and that's my prerogative with answering this question.
Okay.
So just the little black ants, they're fine. They can crack on, do what they want. I'll let them have some of the sandwiches or a bit of melon or whatever the fuck they want. Just let them.
There's no letting them in. They're just going to take it whether you let them or not.
Yeah, but the other thing we could do is arrange a little track, like in a big loop, like a little conveyor belt. So you know like when you go to like the sushi bars and the conveyor belt takes the food round for you? Let the ants carry it round. Oh, I really want a pork pie. I'll just wait for the ants to bring it round again.
Yeah, the problem is with that is ants can climb on any surface.
Yeah. But no one said they had to be enemies and take it away. They said they just want inclusion. You know about serving people for gain. You do it as your job. It may have been mentioned on this podcast before. So if they come and do this for the picnic, at the end, you can have the leftovers.
So you're going to befriend the ants?
Yeah.
Okay. John?
See it as a win-win.
John, you've been very quiet.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Hey!
On the flip side of that, at work all the time, the older guys go, "Who is that guy that died in '73? Recorded that thing with the duet, and he did that one film." So I've got to decipher from all this pointless information what actually they're on about. So I punched in some keywords into Google. Engelbert Humperdinck? Yeah, that's the guy. Okay, glad I could help. So if I can piece together someone else's third-hand gibberish information, I'm sure I could at least remember what I'm on about at some point in time, or write a note or Google it.
But surely the whole your answer was that you don't. You have to just deal with the frustration.
I just shrug it off, because there are people that are out there that are far more forgetful and still get through life. I don't do pub quizzes. It's not something I'm ever going to really feel that I'm going to miss out in life.
But it is.
And anyway, isn't it brilliant? Like 3 days later, when you remember it out of nowhere, nothing has spurred it on, and 3 days later you go, "Oh, the answer was red." Ugh.
Which is great. I agree with the amazing part of the memory of remembering it suddenly when you 2 hours later you just scream at your coworker, Engelbert Humperdinck. I still don't know why he's famous. I just know the name. Engelbert Humperdinck.
It's pseudonym. He chose that name. That's his stage name. It's not his real name.
Is it not?
And he chose that.
What was he famous for?
He's a singer.
Oh.
He's a singer. He was our Eurovision entrant a few years ago, wasn't he?
Probably.
When you say a few years.
A
few decades.
Fairly recent. I'd say within the last 10 years, maybe 5 years ago.
I feel like I've known that name my entire life.
Yeah, he's an old singer, but he was also resurrected to do Eurovision. I'm sure of
He
it.
was brought back from the dead?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
His metaphorical career was brought back from...
Oh, not him personally.
Yeah.
No, he's been dead for years.
Oh, okay. But the thing I would argue with that, John, is what about when it comes to like exams and tests? There's nothing worse than when you go, oh shit, I know this, I know this, I know this, I know this, I don't know it, I don't know it, and then you walk out and someone goes, oh, it was this, and you go, ah, bollocks.
Okay, just before
That's-
you carry on, can you Google Engelbert Humperdinck, because there's the singer and there's also the German composer, and the picture of the German composer is amazing.
Okay, listeners, this is play along at home. First quiz.
Unless you're
first
driving.
quiz ever is figure out how to spell Engelbert Humperdinck.
Wait, are we giving our listeners homework?
Yeah.
Yes,
Wow, that's a moustache.
that is some awesome facial hair.
Oh wait, we're not looking at the singer.
No, composer.
The
Ah.
composer one.
Tidy handlebars.
Oh, it's very straight.
Excellent work, Engelbert.
He doesn't have a 4 head. He has a 5 head.
Says you.
Hey, I'm bald, so I no longer can be taken the piss out of for the length of my forehead. Thank you very much.
The digits just get replaced with the word egg.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad the listeners don't know who I am because I'm flying pretty close to the edge.
Yeah,
On that one.
John's not quite embraced it yet. And the other John still has hair, so we can't even call him on his forehead.
But no one's seen John's forehead in the last 6 years.
No, we're not allowed to see it.
I think he's got a swastika tattooed on it.
And for clarity, 2012 was when Engelbert Humperdinck, not the one with the moustache, was in Eurovision.
Good. See, by listening to Would John Rather, you learn things as well. I'm gonna go for the itchy rag on the chest, itchy tag on the chest. That's
Just-
the winner.
Yeah.
Because worst case scenario, it lasts a day, and then you can take it off, and then it's done. And at a picnic, I don't believe, brother, you have the capability to train them. And
So
you and
the demographic that you've expelled from our listener group is now ants. Thanks a lot.
they only live a day, it's fine.
It's more than a day.
But also you have children, and I imagine that you might be fine with ants at a picnic, but I don't imagine that your kids would be.
They would fucking love it. Kids and bugs go together better than anything else.
I disagree, but I don't have kids, so what do I know? And drawing a blank on the answer, like I agree. I was very nearly went for it because there is that amazing thing where you're like, oh my god, I've got it, but I don't think that makes up for the potential hours and days of not knowing it, because it's always one of those things that you can't quite Google at that point. Even nowadays with phones, you can't Google at that moment. And then
Also,
you
it
forget.
could be personal. It could be personal information that you're drawing a blank on, like what's your kid's name, and you go, I know this. I really know it.
I
No,
genuinely
it's gone.
I genuinely had that with an ex-girlfriend and referred to her as baby cakes or whatever for the rest of the day until she left and then texted me and I went, ah, that's her name. And I was with her for about 8 months before this point. I just couldn't remember.
And you didn't think to look on your phone as to what she was on as.
No, because when you forget information like that, all logic loses everything. It's
Also, if you don't know her name, you just what would you even look up?
well, yeah, exactly.
Your recent call history or messages. You can't say you've never sent her a message if you've been with her for 8 months.
But how would he know that it was her?
Well, most like on your WhatsApp, you've got a picture next to it going, that she looks familiar, but who is she?
WhatsApp's
This-
a new invention.
Could you not like check the inside of her shirt and see what her name was, just in case she loses it?
No,
Anyway,
she's taking it off. The tag was too itchy.
all right. So, another trip down memory lane. Episode 75. Clown donations. This week, John is wrong. A lot. Like, more than once. It's amazing.
Was that the one where we discussed metaphors?
I think it might have been.
Because I
Still have nightmares about it.
yeah.
Was it metaphors or similes?
Both.
Well, because I was trying to argue that something could be. I can't even remember what I was arguing about being. It could be a metaphor and a simile at the same time, I think.
Is that when we had to consult our friend who is an actual English teacher, and he confirmed our suspicions that John was wrong?
Yes.
That was a good day.
Do you remember what the title is based on, John?
What was the title again?
Clown donations.
Was it John at IKEA?
Yes. Yeah, it probably was.
Where he tried to rob a clown by pretending to be like homeless.
No. The clown forced money in my hands.
Because he pretended to be homeless.
Yeah.
No, I was homeless, and then I gave my money back because I'm a nice person.
Brother, while John looks up what we actually spoke about, do you remember anything from that episode?
I remember the metaphor simile saga. I don't remember anything about the clowns though, and John's homelessness / daylight robbery.
That doesn't ring a bell to you?
No.
That's genuinely one of my highlights.
What episode number am I looking for again?
Well, 75, but that doesn't necessarily mean the spreadsheet's right.
I think the numbers are fine. Yeah, clown donations. Oh, maybe it wasn't. Or maybe it was. Would you rather, I don't know, professional clown or own a judgmental cheese plant? Be one of the 3 Billy Goats Gruff or the Troll, or never be able to swear, or not be able to use metaphors.
So yes, it was a metaphor episode, and it must have been, because we were talking about clowns, it must have been the episode that we were talking about John with his daylight robbery.
Didn't rob a clown.
You did rob a clown. Anyway, it's your turn to ask a question.
God. Yeah, so because I'm a bit lazy, I've gone back to my pool of questions and thought I'll just add another one to the end. So I got this one. I was quite liking it, and then at the end of it, I sort of just gave up. So would you rather be the big spoon, the little spoon, or be a fork?
I'd rather be the little spoon.
I'd rather be a fork.
This makes it really weird now.
Why?
Well, because Matt's the little spoon and I'm the big spoon.
Do you want me to come up with a different question?
No.
No?
Your silence is deafening.
I was just about to say little spoon because big spoons suck.
No, you're too late now.
No, I'll go with it. Big spoon because I'm not really a big spoon. I'm a motherfucking ladle.
Right, okay.
It's a very specific and very angry phrase, Nathan. I like it. Is that like a promise or a threat?
If only you could see me now, I'd just wink. I've lost all train of thought.
Matt, little spoon, go.
Little spoon, I like being cuddled. And there's so much less pressure being a little spoon. You don't really have to do much. They just do it all.
There's not really much to do when you're cuddling someone. You wrap your arms around them.
Yeah, and then they move. And it's the problem of when you're the big spoon, what do you do with that arm? And you know what I mean by that arm.
You'd have to get a mattress that has slits in it.
Yeah, and they exist as well.
Yeah,
They do exist.
True story. Being a fork could obviously be better because
You're just a ladies' man and you go about forking all the time.
Yeah,
just forking left and forking right and forking anything you want. You're forking amazing.
I bet it comes in handy living in London. You can stab people.
Yep.
He could really fork you up.
Yep. Great for puns. Great for
God's
weapons. Also, 99% of meals can be eaten with a fork, apart from soup, probably. You could give a good go
you
if you had some bread.
You can eat soup with a fork if you've got a really quick wrist.
Yeah. Whereas...
How chunky is the soup?
Chunky!
Oh, that's fine then. Then
So
if
glad.
if you had chunky soup, then you could probably eat a large part of it with soup.
I
With a
think
fork.
you can eat all
Um,
food. You can eat all food with your hands.
Yeah, but
No,
sometimes you don't want to get.
you can't.
Yes, you can. 100%. Give me a food.
McDonald's apple pie without the cardboard wrapping.
Burn yourself, but you can still eat it.
Just got no hands left.
When, motherfucker, is the last time that you ate a McDonald's apple pie with a fork?
Look, if you
Correction,
can go,
I've never eaten a McDonald's apple pie.
What? If you can go to a riot with a spoon, then fine. Then the spoons can win. But only a flaming pitchfork can be used in a riot.
A flaming pitchfork, not pitchforks and torches. A flaming pitchfork.
Yeah, I might have merged two ideas in my head there, but
It sounds really angry. I like it. Keep
it
going.
sounds awesome, doesn't it?
You've got to admire the ambition.
When
If you're at a
a regular
riot,
pitchfork just doesn't cut it.
your flaming pitchfork is going to be quite hard to wield around. If I come in, hit you on the back of the head with a ladle, boom, I'm in, I'm gone. You're all dizzy, confused, and I've
Yes.
made my way through.
Have you ever been
Through
hit
the
on?
riot.
Have you ever been hit on the head with a spoon? Like it hurts a lot.
Yeah, but if you have a ladle, then you have to hang out at soup kitchens all evening. And as much as it's very nice and charitable, there is a bit of an odour.
Are you saying that owning a ladle means that you've got a moral obligation?
Yeah. Whereas if you
And-
have a trident,
Hitting people
fork-
on the head through the day, serving soup by night.
But only to Jews because of the song.
What?
Ladle,
Whoa.
ladle, ladle. I made you out of clay.
we used to play a game at university called Ladle, and we used to sing
Ladle,
Ladle, Ladle, Ladle.
With
I
ladle, I
made
shall
you
play.
out of gin. I made you out of gin.
Oh.
And it was just a bowl of random spirits that and punch, and you just had to drink ladles from it. But I didn't know that was an actual song.
Ladles.
It's dreidel.
Yeah, that was why I brought up Jewish people.
Yeah, well, anyway, it was a game that we played at uni where you drank from a ladle.
That's
See, and
that's cultural
you have-
appropriation.
You
I don't
have,
believe that's cool, John.
but the inclusion of your enjoyment has just helped my argument, surely.
It has, because I'm a generous kind of guy, but I'm going to stab you with a trident.
But also, given all
yeah,
of
but you've drank so much gin, your aim is shit.
But he
Yeah,
said he,
so I'm
he
going
said
to
it.
kill
My-
several other people at the same time.
My favourite part was the song was called Gin, but he said it was miscellaneous spirits in the bowl, so you could replace it with anything.
Yeah.
And
Ladle, 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 I made you out of
rum.
yeah.
Vodka.
So we're already agreed that John agrees that the ladle is better, and because of the drinking game, my argument would be we're all either in our 30s or rather closely coming up to our 30s. If someone gave me a
Still
ladle,
miles away.
if someone tried to make me drink a ladle full of spirits now, as much as I like a drink, I tell them to get a fuck.
Get to
Oh.
fork.
I will
Walk
quite happily have a little spoon. Quite happily have a little spoon of alcohol, but I will not be drinking a ladle of spirits because that's how I ruin my personal life, my career, and everything else in between.
It just sounds like you can't handle your drink anymore, man.
Oh, you're telling me
Yeah.
you would quite happily just drink a ladle full of spirits right now?
You know, TGI Thursday.
TGI Thursday. John's wife, get the booze. I'm really hoping that she walks in with a few people playing xylophones, and I'm not doing a xylophone motion, I'm doing a trombone motion, but xylophone jumps ahead and she presents you with a ladle full of vodka. Has that happened?
And
I don't own a ladle.
You don't own a ladle?
No, I've just got a huge spoon,
No need to boast.
but it's plastic, it's not metal, so it's not as intimidating as Nathan.
At the end of the day, I'm just going to take it back to the original argument of what you meant by big spoon and little spoon, and I like being cuddled. I'm a 31-year-old male, and it's nice to be wanted.
also with a ladle, you could play the xylophone.
You can play the xylophone with anything. A fork, a spoon, big one, little one, your dick, like... That's not a valid argument, brother.
It is. It would have a better sound.
Well, maybe you've got a shit dick for playing xylophones with. Mother, don't you wish that you presented this episode now?
What about a glockenspiel?
What you mean with your dick? They
Well,
should.
with
They
anything.
should. They should have that as like one of the things on Tinder. You can have your pictures, your profile, and you also have to hit a glockenspiel with your dick, just so the women know what they're getting into.
Well, no, it should be which instrument would you play with your dick. So pick an instrument you want to play with your dick.
A gong.
Oh no, that would really hurt.
Yeah, but I'm going just on size, not on intricacy. John, would you slap at the bass?
I will nor confirm nor deny.
Now I really want to know what noise it makes when you drop your cock on a bass guitar.
Hold on.
Oh, please tell me you're actually doing it as well.
This is the point where it goes, sorry guys, I've now got to go to the hospital.
I hope it was worth it.
A world first, ladies and gents.
I suspect it's not.
I'm going to declare myself the winner on that question.
There's a joke there about a banjo, but I'm not going to make it. I forget who asked the question.
It's John now. I won that one.
You asked the question.
Yeah.
Um,
And what?
I mean, I don't object to the winning. If you genuinely promised that was your cock, then I don't object to it winning. Just because I want to see on the spreadsheet that your cock has won a question.
Oh.
Was it your penis?
No, because you didn't give me any time to fluff.
What?
You didn't give me any time to fluff or down tune. All right then, John. John, so you lied to us. Pick a winner.
Fork, because you get the most puns out of it. It's got more mileage.
Fair play. Fair play. Another trip down memory lane before we get on to one of our final questions.
Please, no more.
Episode 12, Hand Face. This week we discussed the elements and genetic engineering. I'm going back about 2 years, so any ideas?
I think it's would you want another hand on your face, or there's another option. And John chose hand face because cracking a cold one.
Oh yes, I think
Yeah.
you're right. I think I asked whether.
No, it's episode 12, so you didn't ask.
Oh
You answered.
Oh, Nathan's
no,
left.
I might have asked because back then we used to ask you a question at the end, and I think I asked whether you wanted another hand coming out of your forehead or something else on.
Yes, you did used to ask me a question at the end.
Or something else that was hand related, and you sort of said that having a hand on your face would be ridiculous.
I think it was a
And
hand
went on a
coming
big
out.
rant about it.
Yeah, I remember going on a rant about it. And yeah, I forgot that you guys asked me questions at the end. Yeah, I remember going on a big rant about why the fuck would I want a hand coming out of my face.
Yeah.
Elements and genetic engineering. I think elements was we discussed whether you'd rather control fire or water.
Which question was this?
It was episode 12, Hand Face. This week we discussed the elements and genetic engineering. Sorry, brother cut out for a moment.
Yeah, I don't remember why it was called that.
And I thought going back that far, ladies and gents, would be interesting, but also, between episodes like 6 and 20, we never actually recorded what questions they were, so you'll have to go back and listen. My apologies. Oh.
Come on. It's not amateur hour here, is it?
I accidentally pressed play on Alexis on Fire. I am very sorry.
Which song?
This could be anywhere in the world.
Good song.
So is it my turn to ask a question now?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Would you rather be able to control any light that's within 100 meters, control an army of 100 highly trained assassins, or control a FTSE 100 company?
Light.
Assassins.
Oh, fuck.
Corporate bullshit for Nathan.
Actually, brother, if you want the
No.
assassins, I'll take the company.
No, I'm going to stick with the company.
Okay. Why'd you get lonely?
Yeah.
Did you like how I got 100 into all of those?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
did
very
you?
impressed.
I only just noticed, to be honest.
Yeah, to be honest, so did I. So
Fucking hell.
I noticed straight away. I was like, oh, there's 2. Oh, there's 3.
welcome to the Brothers Dim.
Quick, someone shine the light. Who's in charge of the light bulbs around here?
I'm in charge of the light. It's not going off above either of your heads, I'm afraid. Have you even tweaked it's the 100th episode? That's why John was doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that penny dropped, but
At the same time as all of them have got 100 in.
If we dropped 100 pennies, it'd be £1.
When you drop a pound on someone, you could end up going to prison for GHB.
AHB.
what? Hair straighteners?
No, that's GHD.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather have the 100 assassins because I could kill these 2 and then no one's controlling any of my light. And then there's only 99 FTSE companies, which means that my company of assassins could get into the top 100.
You've got to have like a good workplace benefits program and adequate like dining facilities and
They're
good pension
assassins. Do you not think that I'm stupid enough to offer them poor benefits? They've got dental and everything.
I think the upkeep on 100 assassins would be horrendous. Like, just in a normal company, like the health and safety, the training. Imagine trying to do that with someone that wants to chuck ninja stars everywhere.
Imagine having to fill out the health and safety reports when someone stabs himself accidentally or stabs someone else accidentally. Where do you keep them? Do you keep them in like an office?
The riddle
we've got-
would be horrendous.
We've gone all paperless. Everything's online, so I don't need to worry about storage. Everyone signs
Scared they're going to get paper cuts.
Everyone signs a disclaimer when they start.
What, an NDC just in case you abuse them?
No. Just that any
No.
any injuries caused by themselves or by each other is completely their own fault for not following
but
the
there's-
health and safety practitioners. We
But
follow
you
we
said
follow a month of health
and
and
safety.
we follow a month of health and safety training before they're even allowed to start training to be an assassin. But they already have to be trained as an assassin before they apply.
Oh, you've already started on the. You need 12 months experience for a job that you've only been doing for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I pay more than a freelance assassin would make.
No.
Wait, so you pay more than a freelance assassin would make, and you're offering good benefits.
And you've got to do the upkeep of the. Financially, you are ruined.
Yeah, you're not making any profit. Your bottom line is not looking good.
You don't know how much
You
money
have
I'm
not-
making.
You have not thought this through.
You don't know
Well-
how much money I'm making.
Well, whoever your client is, you're absolutely mugging them off, and they're not going to be too pleased.
I've got
When, contract
many
negotiations.
clients.
But you're not
Many.
even a FTSE 100 company, so you can't be doing that well.
Well, no, because
It's because he's overpaying his workforce.
it's because we're not based
Yeah.
in the countries that FTSE 100 is based in.
So you're a big non-sufficient fish
Non-sufficient.
in insufficient, non-sufficient. No, non-sufficient. Fuck you.
No, we're just based in a country where the FTSE 100 isn't legible. We're based out of Madagascar.
Biggest,
Now I've just
biggest
got King
exports of
Julian in my
Madagascar
head.
are lemurs, vanilla, and assassins, obviously.
Yeah, they are now. What's to say my assassins aren't lemurs?
Can they whistle?
Yeah, that's day one after the month of health and safety.
But they're not lemurs then, are they?
No, lemurs can whistle if they're trained enough. King Julian just wasn't very well trained.
Wow, that's so mean.
I know, but these are the facts. Go on then, someone else go. Slagging off my troop of assassins that I've already sent 3 to each of you. The other,
it's just like-
the other 94 are playing ping pong in the break room.
Have they all got night vision goggles?
Vending machine is
Hey.
free. Don't have to pay
Have
for the
they?
vending machine.
Have your lemur assassins got night vision goggles?
I never said they were Lima, I just said they could be. Why
Have
would
your
I tell?
non-racial specific
Why would I give?
lemur non-lemur
Why
assassins.
would I give
got
away
night
any of
vision
my
goggles.
secrets? We're assassins. I'm not going to tell you.
Because I was waiting for you to guess, because you can turn out the lights. And then I just turn the lights out on the night vision goggles themselves. So, not going to help.
What else can you do?
Sleep in peace. My wife's got an alarm clock at the end of the bed that it's got a blue light on it. It's quite good, but at the wrong angles it sort of catches me and it just makes it very awkward to try and fall asleep.
You've told us
Not a
about
fan
this
of it.
before.
Yeah, not that I'm griping about it or anything.
Okay. And Nathan, what would you do, bearing in mind that you have a legal obligation to maximise value for shareholders?
Guess who's been on the internet?
Well,
No.
it was. But did you not just say it was I was in charge of a company that was in the FTSE 100?
Yeah, you control a company that's in the FTSE 100.
So I'm at the top of the chain with this. My first answer is delegate.
Good answer.
I mean, yeah, delegate. I'm sitting pretty at the top. And isn't that what we all want? We want to make it as far as we can, and there's not really any further to get than at the top of a FTSE 100 company. So,
well, if you want to be that way, there's 99 of the companies you've got to be better than.
I've got to be better or equal to.
Yeah,
there's no metric on how well you're doing and how many people die because of you turning on and off lights. There's a lot less pressure. I don't know about you, but at the end of the day, I don't want to be...
accidentally turning off the wrong lights could cause a lot of problems. Right? You start having some accidents, like sneeze while at an airport, you have fucked a lot of shit up.
Like a reckless Dumbledore.
If I'm a controller, I wouldn't just willy-nilly fire off lights on and off here and there.
The FTSE 100 was down nearly 11% today.
Coronavirus?
I mean, partly. I think it was also in response that Donald Trump announced that he was banning all flights from Europe. Apparently companies don't like that.
Yeah.
You know what the world doesn't like is the fact that Tom Hanks has coronavirus. And
maybe that's why
if he were to succumb to it, that would be a light that the world would surely miss.
I suffered a serious blow that I never thought would happen to me, but I phoned my fiance when I was driving home from work, and we were having a chat. And I was telling her about my day, and she went, "I'll call you back in a bit. Boris Johnson's about to come on TV and announce what he's doing about the coronavirus." Boop boop boop, and that hurt because she doesn't like Boris Johnson. I don't care about the coronavirus. And I was driving home from work, so then I had to
listen to the radio. Ugh.
Well, listen to the music that I was already listening to before I called her, because I know that she's want to just hang up on me randomly. But coronavirus is now directly affecting my personal life.
You think that's bad? I had a mortgage in principle before coronavirus hit the UK hard, and it was fine. Now coronavirus has hit the UK, and people are not doing very well. They're speculating whether it's good to lend me money or not.
But they have cut interest rates by 0.5%, so that could work in your favour.
They're about to go up. They're about to skyrocket because they're going to stop lending to people because we might die. And I can't get life insurance because of my kidneys.
It's just, oh my God. Okay, I'll make a bet now with anyone on this podcast that wants to make the bet with me. In 6 weeks, no one's going to be talking about the coronavirus other than the fact of, oh, do you remember that?
Yeah, it was like Pogs.
It was like Pogs.
You could win that argument for two reasons. One, it goes away, or two, it just kills everyone.
And I'm happy, and as previously stated, I'm happy with both. I am so happy with both. And do you know why? Because, actually, I'm not happy. I'm really not happy with that. If there's less people, there's less people for me to kill with my assassins.
Yeah. So
okay.
This coronavirus is detrimental to business.
I'm ready to announce the winner. The winner is... Wait, before I tell you who the winner is, I'm going to say that as an adult, I can do what I like, whenever I like, and...
You can't murder... Well, you can murder. I guess you
Yeah.
can. You can do anything you want whenever you want, as long as you don't care about the repercussions.
Yeah, you're always saying about how I can eat whatever I like, whenever I like, except when you try to make me eat sandwiches. But I've never tried to take over a FTSE 100 company. I've never tried to control an army of assassins, but I have bought Wi-Fi light bulbs. So I am fundamentally attracted to the idea of controlling lights. And so I think I can build on that. So John wins.
Thank you very much.
Fair enough reason. Are you going to give us the password to your lights yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is it still, are the lights still on?
They've gone orange. Oh,
How
they've
about
gone
now?
green. Oh, gone pink.
Ah, see, my range is beyond 100 meters.
Shit.
But is it because you're connected via the telephone, so it's still
We will
technically
never
within
know.
100 meters?
We will never know.
So we're
Control
bypassing
lights down the phone.
we're bypassing suggestion of the week this week, because if it's not obvious, it's don't ask your mother to appear on your podcast. I've got one more trip down memory lane, then I'll ask a question to finish the episode with. So I've gone quite recent. Let's see. To listeners, this will prove just how good our memory is. Episode 95, Cocoon of Selfishness. This week, we celebrate St. Valentine by letting our spouses insult us.
I did alright at that episode.
Yeah, because we didn't have your spouse on. And if your spouse ever agrees to come on the podcast, I think that you won't do well.
Oh god, no. Oh no.
Any memories of that episode?
My favourite memory was when my wife tried to compliment me and instead slagged me off.
For the entire episode.
How did she try to compliment you?
Something about my eyebrows.
Oh, yeah, because they're like Gandalf eyebrows. My favourite memory was the week after, when we came on before the episode. I was like, how is everything, John? You went, yeah, it's okay, not great. And we went, are you okay? Are you getting a divorce? And you went, no, other things. And I was genuinely concerned.
And I would like to clarify, John, what does your... No, you can't actually answer this, can you? Because you can't see it. Matt, what does John's name appear as on the group chat?
I want to say it's Gandalf eyebrows, but...
No, it's old man eyebrows.
Old man eyebrows.
See, where does the inflection go? I'm not sure.
It still comes up as Raves the Sharp Urban Cowboy.
Does it?
So
Yeah.
I've got old man eyebrows.
I've got all my eyebrows.
Mine's still Raves the Sharp Urban Cowboy. And lots of pictures of his bedroom in different colours. No, yeah, that was the most awkward I've ever felt editing an episode, if I'm honest. Especially when we got to the bit where John decided to ask them, would you rather fake it or give them tips? I don't think either of us came off well in that. But anyway, I'll ask the question, you'll pick your answers, and then I have a follow-up question, and then we'll finish the episode, team. Thank you, listeners. This is our 100th episode. Thank you for letting us indulge ourselves with just, well, to be honest, doing what we normally do.
Talking shit.
Yeah, talking shit. Would you rather listen to Fall Out Boy, Green Day, or Blink-182?
Blink-182.
Fall Out Boy.
Oh, fuck. No, early Green Day. Early Green Day.
Okay, follow-up question, and this is the only argument you're going to get, unless we do what we normally do, we follow up. What song?
Fuck a dog.
Warning. Yeah, warning.
Um,
Can I change my answer?
Go on then, because Nath took too long.
Basket Case. I learned how to play Warning. That was one of the first songs I learned to play. I've got really good memories of it. But I think Basket Case is actually just a very good song in general.
Anything from Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, but mainly Fuck a Dog.
I was going to say anything from Under the Cork Tree.
Pick a song.
Oh. A little less 16 Candles.
Oh, so now I've got my winner, and I'm going to work backwards.
What is that?
That was me banging my laptop because they were three really good answers. Fall Out Boy of the three bands is my favourite band, and A Little Less 16 Candles is my favourite song. However, you took too long to think of it, so you're out. Green Day, Basket Case, is the song that I regularly used to sing in public in front of Lauren when I was with her to embarrass her. And I'd start off singing it quite like quietly. And she'd go, what are you singing? And then I'd get really, 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 really loud. And if I'm not mistaken, in case I'm remembering wrong about it, do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? And then she'd tell me to shut up at that point, and I'd give it a good 3 minutes, and then go,
I am one of those
melodramatic
fools.
So that was how that would go. But you're out, because yesterday I started singing I Want to Fuck a Dog in the Ass at her. I don't know why it popped into my head. She had no idea what the song was, so I just kept going. Because then to Brian, I was talking to our cat. I said to Brian, I was like, Brian, do you know what I want to do? He went, what? Well, he didn't say what, but he just looked at me. What? I went,
He just looked
I
at you
want
disapprovingly.
a dog in the ass. And Lauren went, don't say things like that to him. And he went, okay, Brian, guess what? And he looked at me. And I went, I want to fuck a pirate in the ass. And she had no idea what I was talking about. So 3 very good answers, but I've got to give it to Blink-182 on that. Thank you very much. So, wait, can we tally up? So who won the most questions?
I won 3 of them.
You won 3 of them?
2.
Won 1. Brother, did you win none?
None.
This is why you're not on every episode. This is why you're not part of the Would John Rather clan. Get fucking better. Step it up.
See, I think it's sabotage.
Well, that's by the Beastie Boys. So these 2 have been John. He's been a not John. I've been not John. This has been our 100th episode. Thank you everybody that listens to us. I know there's not many of you, but we truly appreciate it. It's just seeing those numbers go up means so much to us. This is just a hobby that we do because we're fucking idiots, and we really appreciate it. Please, if you have the time, leave us some feedback on Twitter, Facebook, iTunes. Donate on Patreon if you have a spare 50p, 50 cents, whatever. And yeah, 100 episodes. Here's to 100 more, as long as we don't make John eat cold food for dinner. Good night.
What about gazpacho?
Yeah, what about gazpacho?
Not for dinner.
Why are you so against having cold food for dinner?
It's just not right.
He grew up rich, Nathan. He doesn't know the glory of a picnic tea.
Yeah, no man.
Nothing eats something. We want somebody to it.